Police deny arriving late in attack on Palestinian man. Management of country's economy remain excellent. Good evening, I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to News on 2. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun has denied claims that police had taken almost an hour to respond to the attack on Palestinian University lecturer Dr. Fadi Al-Bash. Now, he said the police had instead arrived within 10 minutes after being informed by the public.
Jadi 43 panggilan yang disebut dalam video yang ditularkan oleh lelaki yang tidak bertanggungjawab ini adalah pembohongan. Satu tindakan yang cuba diskredit kita dengan pegawai-pegawai saya. Ini lelaki yang saya maksudkan tadi. Saya ingat semua pihak telah pun maklum dan kita sedang mengesan lelaki yang tidak bertanggungjawab ini.
Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi was commenting on a video of a man who had claimed to be with the victim during the incident, which had gone viral. He added that the video, which was in Arabic, was later translated and posted on Facebook by another person. Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi said the Facebook post was later taken down, with the uploader admitting he made an error in the translation. He said interrogation of witnesses also proved that no foreigners were present together with the victim during the incident. Members of the public are advised not to make any statements which could jeopardize the investigation or cause public concern. The Special Tactical Force, or PASTAK, under the Malaysian Immigration Department has been tasked with working closely with the Royal Malaysia Police, or PDRM, to assist in the investigation of the killing of University Kuala Lumpur, or UniKL lecturer Dr. Fadi Al-Bash. Now, the order was given following a statement by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, who revealed that the Malaysian government suspected the killing was masterminded by an intelligence agency hostile to Palestine. Immigration Director General Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali said the department was always open to cooperate with other security forces, including data sharing and statistics on foreigners entering the country.
Saya memang telah wujudkan apa dipanggilkan PASTAK, Pasukan Taktikal Khas. Kita ada juga bagian perisikan kita. Untuk kes ini tentunya kerana pembunuhan jabatan polis. Tetapi untuk membantu apa juga yang diperlukan, maka unit ini dan juga bagian perisikan immigration dipertanggungjawabkan untuk terus berhubungan dengan pihak polis untuk bantu sebarang maklumat yang diperlukan.
Dr. Fadi, who has lived in Malaysia for 10 years, was shot dead outside a condominium near Jalan Gombak, Setapak, Kuala Lumpur, when he was on his way to Surau for morning prayers. Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid, when commenting on the murder, said initial investigations revealed the attack was carried out by two white men on a BMW-powered motorcycle that fired more than 10 shots, causing the victim to die at the scene. The announcement made by DAP Secretary General Lim Guan Eng of making federal ministers out of party members who win federal seats in the coming 14th general election as arrogant and disregarding the opposition party. UMNO Vice President Datuk Sri Shammuddin Hussein said it also raises the question of who will be selected as the Prime Minister should the opposition win the general election. Datuk Sri Shammuddin said the action taken by DAP showed its dominance of the party within the opposition.
Itu menjadi tanda tanya siapa yang perkudakan siapa. Kalau dia boleh membelakangkan Tun Mahathir, maknanya Mahathir dipalakkan oleh DAP. Dan saya tanya pada Mahathir, kalau dia benarkan diri dia dipalakkan oleh DAP, apa pakatan yang dia laung-laungkan sekarang?
He said this when commenting on the action taken by Guan Eng, who announced that Perak DAP Chairman Nga Khaw Ming and Johor DAP Chairman Liu Chin Tong may be made federal ministers should the opposition win the general election. He was met after a meet and greet session between Rela and the Sembrong parliamentary member in Kahang, Johor. Federal Territory or FT Barisan Nasional BN today announced all 13 of its candidates contesting in the upcoming 14th general election G14. The announcement was made by FTBN Secretary Datuk Rizalman Mokhtar. Among those who will be retained in the upcoming election are BN Secretary Datuk Sri Tengku Anand Tengku Mansor, who will contest in Putrajaya, Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani in Titiwangsa, and Datuk Sri Raja Nongchik Raja Zainal Abidin in Lembah Pantai. A young face, Adnan Abu Seman, who is also a professional lawyer, will be fielded as BN candidate for the Bandar Tun Razak seat. In addition, 3 female candidates will be featured this time in the Seputeh, Cheras and Bukit Bintang parliamentary areas. Its chairman, Datuk Sri Tengku Anand Tengku Mansor, in a press conference said he is confident that the voters will be wise in choosing the candidate which will help them in the long run.
Saya minta kepada pengundi-pengundi di wilayah Persekutuan ini, pilih orang yang boleh membantu mereka lah. Pilih orang yang akan memastikan bahawa mereka mendapat pembelaan. Jangan kita pilih mengikut emosi. Jangan kita pilih mengikut cita-cita persepsi yang datang kepada kita. Kita rasa terguris, kita pilih dan bukan-bukan. Jangan.
Datuk Sri Tengku Anand said that all 13 candidates have received their appointment letters for the upcoming general election. Meanwhile, Selangor Barisan Nasional will announce its list of candidates who will contest in all of its 56 assembly seats and 22 parliamentary seats for the upcoming general election on Monday at 11 a.m. Tan Sri Noor Omar, who announced the matter, said that the Kapar parliamentary seat will be contested by MIC and also confirmed that he has not been nominated for the Selangor State Assembly seat. Tan Sri Noor is optimistic that the party will be able to recapture Selangor as the candidates are eligible and well-liked by the people.
Saya tengok calon-calon ni, kalau dia tengok daripada pengalaman saya lah bila menilai calon ni, masing-masing calon ni ada kelebihan, ada juga kekurangan manusia lah. Kita tak nafikan bahawa calon ini calon yang perfect lah. Tapi saya tengok calon yang terbaik lah.
Tan Sri Noor said this after attending a town hall session together with the Selangor Resident Representative Committee and the Federal Village Development and Security Committee in Shah Alam today. He said UMNO candidates elected in the 14th general election will sign the Aku Janji letter and will be monitored during campaigning to avoid sabotage among BN component parties. The Terengganu Barisan Nasional nominated 19 incumbents and several new faces to contest in the 14th general election. Deputy Minister of Communications and Multimedia, Datuk Sri Jailani Johari, however, was omitted from the list of candidates as he was not re-nominated for the Hulu Terengganu parliamentary constituency. Datuk Sri Jailani was instead replaced by a comeback candidate, Datuk Rosul Wahid, who had once been the Ajil Assemblyman for 3 terms from 1999 to 2013. 2 former Menteri Besar of Terengganu, namely Datuk Sri Idris Juso and Datuk Sri Ahmad Said, also remained as candidates for the parliamentary seat of Besut and state seat for Kijal, respectively. As expected, Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry Minister Datuk Sri Shabri Chik continued to defend his parliamentary seat of Kemaman. Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Ahmad Razif Abdul Rahman, who is also Terengganu UMNO Liaison Chairman, remains as the candidate for the state seat of Seberang Takhir.
Calon yang kita tunjukkan ini adalah calon yang terbaik berasas kepada kajian yang telah dibuat oleh Departmen daripada PMO sendiri, Pejabat Perdana Menteri sendiri, dan juga melalui soh-soh yang lain termasuk Negeri Terengganu sendiri. Jadi atas perbincangan itu maka akhirnya kita dapat keputusan bahawa inilah calon-calon yang the best candidate yang kita jangka kita akan dapat mengekalkan kerajaan Terengganu dan juga federal. Di samping kita akan dapat menambahkan lagi bilangan kerusi, terutama kerusi yang kita tak menang sebelum ini.
The Sultan Iskandar Customs Immigration and Quarantine or CIQ and Sultan Abu Bakar CIQ complex in Tuas will open all its counters for 3 days from May 8th to 10th to ease traffic congestion between Malaysia and Singapore for the upcoming 14th general election. The department will go out in full force to enable all working Malaysians in Singapore to return home to cast their votes on May 9th. Deputy Home Minister Datuk Nur Jaslan Mohamad said traffic congestion at the entrances should not be an excuse for Malaysians not to vote.
Dan pentingnya kajian tak menghalang dan kajian akan memastikan bahawa kemampuan Jabatan Immigration pada hari itu memang pada tahap maksimal lah. Cuma kadang-kadang bila semua nak balik pada waktu yang sama, itu akan menimbulkan kesesakan juga lah. Tapi kesesakan ini adalah merupakan perkara yang biasa.
Dato' Nur Jaslan said this when commenting on the difficulties which may be faced by Malaysians in Singapore to return to vote as it falls on a weekday. He reminded Malaysians who are returning to vote to plan their trip carefully to avoid from getting caught in the traffic snarl that may occur before and after polling day. The Home Ministry had earlier announced that the leave for 350 officers and personnel of the Johor Immigration Department at the 2 Customs Immigration and Quarantine Complexes CIQ have been frozen from May 8th to May 10th for the upcoming general election. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak today said the good and excellent management of the country's economy under the Barisan Nasional government has enabled the people to benefit from it directly. He also attributed it to the cooperation among BN leaders in managing and administering the country. Datuk Seri Najib said this was proven last Thursday when the stock market index FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI reached an all-time high in the country's economic history.
Siapa kata rakyat tak untung? Bukan kan kita semua ada kepentingan? Bukan semua yang main saham secara langsung. Tapi kita juga pelabur ASN, bukan? Setiap daripada kita ada buku simpanan ASN. Ada juga yang menabung untuk anak-anak kita, iaitu amanah saham, didik dan sebagainya. Untuk apa? Untuk masa depan kita.
The Prime Minister said the people would lose if the country was administered by the opposition, which was facing an ideological clash. He also reminded the people to choose a party they could depend on to bring the country to greater heights and to ensure that they would not be left out of development. He said this in his speech at the Leader with the People session, held in conjunction with the groundbreaking ceremony for the One Malaysia Civil Servants Housing Project, or PPA-1M, in Kampung Padang Tembak near Alustar, Kedah. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Najib said the PPA-1M project in Kampung Padang Tembak, to be carried out in 3 phases, would involve the construction of 859 units of terrace houses and apartments. He also said that a total of 1,200 units of PPA-1M homes will be built in the Pokok Sena district, adding that the project has received the government's green light to start its construction. The Premier said the government also planned to construct another 9,204 units of PPA-1M homes in Kedah. At a separate event, Datuk Seri Najib laid the foundation stone as a symbol for the construction or the commencement of construction work on the Pendang Hospital project in Kampung Manggul Pau. Also present at the ceremony were Deputy Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Hilmi Yahya and Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Ahmad Basha, as well as Kedah Health Director Datuk Dr. Nurhizan Ismail. Datuk Dr. Nurhizan said construction work on the hospital, costing almost 211 million ringgit, was expected to begin in May, involving an area of 42 acres, but only 20 acres would be utilised for the first phase of the project, while the rest was for future use. He said the hospital would operate as a minor specialist hospital, involving 10 expert services, including surgery, orthopedics, obstetrics and gynecology, pediatrics and anesthesiology. Speaking to reporters at the ceremony, he said the project to build the hospital is expected to be fully completed in November 2021, and it will commence operations with 126 beds, but based on the existing land area, it can accommodate up to 250 beds in the future. In addition, he said the scope of services for the hospital project included outpatient treatment, inpatient, diagnostic and treatment, medical support, non-medical support, education and training, management, facilities for staff and members of the public. Datuk Dr. Nur Hizan said the hospital was expected to benefit more than 112,000 residents in the district upon full completion later. The body of a college student in Pahang who yesterday was feared to have drowned after he was swept away by currents while swimming in Sungai Pasir Kubur in Sungai Lembing, Kuantan was found today. The deceased 19-year-old Muhammad Haziq Hamidi from Balok, Kuantan, who was studying at Kuantan Vocational College, was found around 12:40 p.m. today. According to State Fire and Rescue Department Operations Officer Ashrul Riza Asbar, upon receiving the emergency call at 11:40 a.m. yesterday, a team from the Water Rescue Unit was quickly deployed to the location. The victim's lifeless body was found sprawled under a water pump in Simpang Mayong, 1.5 kilometers from where he was swept away. His body had already been identified by his family. Initial investigation revealed that during the 11 a.m. incident yesterday, the victim along with 16 of his friends was swimming in the river when he and his friend Muhammad Sharil Izwan Matalis, 19, were suddenly swept away by currents. However, Muhammad Sharil was saved just in time by other holidaygoers and is now being treated at Tengku Ampuan Afzan Hospital in Kuantan. 2 people were killed today in a 3-vehicle collision in Johor at kilometre 41 of the Jalan Johor Bahru Air Hitam stretch. Kulai District Police Chief Superintendent Zulkhairi Mukhtar, who confirmed the 9:40 a.m. incident, said one of the deceased had been identified as 23-year-old So Yong Hao, while the other victim, a female, was still unidentified. It was reported that the collision occurred when the car the deceased was travelling in entered into the opposite lane of the road and collided with a lorry. This caused their car to skid to the side of the road and crash into a bus that was stationary. Both victims died at the scene and their bodies were brought to Temenggung Sri Maharaja Tun Ibrahim Hospital in Kulai for post-mortem. The lorry driver, Nazri Yahya, 26, however, was unharmed. The case is being investigated under Section 41, Subsection 1 of the Road Transport Act 1987. And coming up next, foster spirit of unity at young age. Now, the spirit of unity and integration should be fostered among various ethnic groups as early as the preschool and primary school levels. According to Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, that period is the most suitable and effective time to make the children understand the concept.
Integrasi, perpaduan di kalangan murid-murid penting. Ianya harus dididik daripada zaman pra-sekolah. Oleh kerana sekolah rendah mengambil masa selama 6 tahun, didikan integrasi ini cukup terkesan jika ianya dibuat dalam tempoh 6 tahun, dari tahun 1 hingga tahun 6.
However, Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid noted that the responsibility to educate the children should not rest on the shoulders of the teachers alone, but parents and the community should also play their role in educating the children on the concept of integration. He said constant cross-cultural communication must be practiced so that the different communities better understand one another's cultures. Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid was met in Hutan Melintang at the launch of the Sports Day of Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina, Yongzheng. And that's it from us in our top story. Police deny arriving late in the attack on Palestinian man. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.